Welcome back, everybody. We're diving into a real classic today, When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, yeah, a total classic.
It has been making people laugh and cry and just debate for decades.
For years.
We've got excerpts from the movie and some great analysis.
Some deep dives into it.
So get ready for a trip through romantic comedy.
Absolutely.
This film goes way beyond your typical rom-com.
Yeah.
It's not just about two people falling in love.
Right.
It's about relationships and friendships.
And how men and women just interact.
Yeah, constantly changing.
Exactly.
So how about we start with the structure of this thing?
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't just go in a straight line.
No.
It gives us these little glimpses of older couples,
Yeah, sharing their love stories.
like a little warm-up,
Uh,
before we get into the main story.
yeah, those vignettes, I think they're brilliant.
Yeah.
They really set the stage,
Yeah.
showing all the different ways
Well, all the different ways.
that you can get to happily ever after.
Right. And it's not a formula.
No, messy and unpredictable.
Love is messy.
For sure.
And then bam, we're back in 1977
Yeah.
with Harry and Sally
On the road.
on that road trip.
Chicago to New York.
Right away,
Oh, yeah.
their personalities were like clashing cymbals.
Total opposites.
Harry is so cynical.
Kind of obnoxious.
Yeah. And he just overshares.
He does.
Sally's got it together.
Organize, like her
It's-
boundaries.
Yeah, big time.
You see so much in that first car ride
Oh, yeah.
about who they are.
It's like masterclass character development.
It is.
Like when Harry has to read the last page of the book first.
What is that about?
It's like he always needs to know the ending.
He wants the shortcut,
A spoiler.
the easy answer.
But
So
Sally...
give us the whole journey.
Yeah, the anticipation.
And a slow reveal.
And even how they split up the driving.
Yeah.
Sally wants to be fair.
50-50 schedules.
Harry just wants to get there.
Yeah, any way he can.
All these little things.
Right.
They build up to this complex relationship. And, of course, we have to talk about that diner scene.
Oh, we do.
I mean, it's not just about,
It's not just about that.
it's about challenging Harry's ideas about women.
Right, his assumptions.
It's intimacy.
The whole can men and women be friends thing.
That scene started so many conversations.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, it's funny, but it also makes you think
It does.
about power and honesty in relationships
And can you really be just friends when...
when there's that attraction.
Right, exactly.
And that question just runs through the whole film.
It does.
Harry's convinced that sex just messes things up,
Always.
even with women he doesn't like.
Yeah,
But Sally, she's like, no.
she's hopeful.
Platonic friends, totally possible.
She thinks so.
Their arguments about this are just the best.
Oh, so fun.
Like when Harry says men and women want different things.
After,
Yeah, afterward.
Hilarious.
But it's a real issue, too.
Oh, yeah.
It reflects like the whole debate back then
About gender roles.
and how we think about sex.
Which is still going on.
Totally still relevant.
It's amazing how they use humor
Yeah.
to get to these deeper
It's
issues.
entertaining, but it makes you think.
It's not like a lecture.
Yeah.
It's like we're part of the conversation.
And it's not just one conversation,
Right.
because we keep jumping ahead in time.
We do.
We see Harry and Sally at different points in their lives,
How they've changed.
how they've grown,
Both as people.
and how they think about relationships.
I think those time jumps are so important.
Oh, yeah.
We see how their connection grows.
From like barely knowing each other,
to friends.
reluctant friends.
To something more.
Yeah. And it's all so unpredictable.
Nobody could have seen it coming.
Like, remember that scene in the bookstore?
Oh, yeah.
5 years later,
Sally's killing it.
she's a journalist.
So confident.
And Harry's doing politics,
She's more settled.
but still kind of cynical.
Yeah, still Harry.
That bookstore scene shows how much they've changed.
About love and commitment.
Sally's been hurt.
She's careful now.
Doesn't want to be vulnerable.
And Harry's starting to realize
That being right all the time.
might not be the key to happiness.
And that's what makes their relationship so interesting.
It does.
They push each other,
They make each other grow.
see their own flaws,
Not just love interests.
Right.
They're like mirrors to each other.
reflecting all the good and bad.
I love that.
It's brilliant.
It is.
And oh man, that scene when Sally finds out about her ex
Oh, yeah.
getting married,
Heartbreak.
she just falls apart.
She does.
And that's when we see a different side of Harry.
Yeah. He really steps up.
He's not just cynical anymore.
No, he's there for her.
A true friend.
A supportive friend.
Like he's breaking down those walls he built up.
Right, and it brings them closer.
Makes you wonder if he's changing his mind.
About the whole friends thing.
Maybe?
I mean, he drops everything to be with her.
Exactly. And then
Whoa.
they sleep together.
Whoa.
Huge turning point.
It is.
But then
Things get complicated. You can feel it.
the fear of ruining everything.
Yeah.
And then that fight.
At the rehearsal dinner.
Jess and Marie's wedding.
It's so raw.
So honest.
You just feel for them.
Such great writing, though.
Oh, yeah.
Even with all the pain,
Yeah.
there's still those moments of humor,
Little breaks.
like a pressure valve.
Exactly.
And we have to talk about Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan.
Oh.
Their chemistry is amazing.
Electric.
They just bring so much to these roles.
They do.
You totally believe in Harry and Sally.
You're right there with them.
Laughing with them, crying with them.
Even when you want to yell at them.
Crystal's comedic timing is perfect.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that cynicism down.
But you see the vulnerability, too.
And Ryan,
He's just radiant.
so warm and funny and smart.
Sally shines in every scene.
They're iconic together.
Truly.
Like that scene where they order food.
Oh, yeah.
It's so simple, but so funny.
That's Nora Ephron for you.
She finds the humor in everyday things
The little details.
that tell you so much about people.
And how they connect.
And her direction is spot on, too.
Yeah.
She gets the balance right,
The humor and the heart.
makes it charming and real.
She knew how to make a rom-com work.
You got to keep it grounded,
Make it feel possible.
even if it's a fantasy.
We see ourselves in Harry and Sally.
Their struggles,
Their hopes.
that desire to connect,
Absolutely.
which brings us to the ending.
Okay.
All those almosts and what ifs.
Yeah.
And then Harry finally gets it.
He realizes.
He's in love with Sally.
He does.
Running through New York on New Year's Eve.
To tell her how he feels.
That final scene.
So iconic.
I mean, it's a Hollywood ending,
It is.
but it feels right.
We've been on this whole journey with them.
From awkward strangers
To real friends.
to something more.
Love.
And it goes back to those couples at the beginning.
Yeah.
Harry and Sally become part of that story.
Showing that happily ever after.
Can happen in so many ways.
On its own time.
But we can't forget the impact this film had.
On pop culture.
Oh, yeah. I'll have what she's having.
Classic.
That scene at Katz's.
Unforgettable.
It's like woven into our minds.
It has been referenced everywhere.
Movies, TV shows, commercials.
People try to copy it.
But there's only one "Ga" when Harry met Sally.
Right.
Because it captured something real.
The messiness of love.
The strength of friendship.
That hope that we can find our person.
Even when it seems impossible.
Against all odds.
You walk out of the theater and you're still thinking about them.
It sticks with you.
Makes you think about your own relationships.
And what you want.
The whole love and friendship thing.
It's a conversation starter for sure.
Decades later, people are still talking about it.
Still laughing and crying.
Still trying to figure it out.
That's the power of a great movie.
It's a gem.
It is.
So as we wrap this up,
Yeah.
we want to hear from you.
Absolutely.
What really stood out to you?
What did you connect with?
Got a favorite scene?
Or a line that stuck with you?
Share the comments.
Let's keep the conversation going.
And hey, if you're feeling nostalgic,
If you want to revisit Harry and Sally,
go for it.
why not?
It's always worth another watch.
A classic.
Until next time, happy watching.
And don't forget,
Like, comment, and subscribe.
for more deep dives into the movies we love, Meraz, we love